Hi there, it's Shell. Oh, you guys. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'll show you here in a minute. But I have my Cinch binder and my, what's that thing called? Yeah, one of those spiral notebook thing. So we're going to make a notebook. Mainly for my art, my drawing art. So let me clean some of this stuff off. And I thought I'd show you guys how easy it is to make one. And you definitely don't need to have a cinch, which is what I have. I've had it for years. I think I got it for Christmas one year or something. And I was going to make all these books, you know. Out in the studio, if you can't tell. My camera's all cattywampus. So, but yeah, I'm out in the studio. And I was kind of thinking about Lynn. I had to think. My brain is not working. What she said, because you know how I did ask people, you know, what do you want to see on this channel? And pretty much the consensus was whatever you want to show. Well, I'm really trying to do something different. I'm trying to get into more drawing and stuff like that. And hopefully, you know, maybe I could do digitals or something like that. Maybe to use in my journaling, if that's what I decide to do. So we'll see how that works. But anyways, I am taking a course right now by Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter. And so this is one of her courses. I actually have stopped my simple daily journal or whatever, simple daily drawing notebooks, because I don't know if I got just stressed out or unhappy with doing the same things over and over and over. So I'm trying to kind of, in the next year, I guess from now to the next year, improve my drawing. So that is one thing that I have planned. I do still want to do some journaling, so we'll see how that goes, junk journals, because I have a lot of stuff. But I also want to work on my quilt. Less than 300 to go, which is pretty exciting. I think I'm on 700. I think I'm like 26 short of 700 hexagons, and I'll show you guys that eventually. So while this was charging and warming up a little bit, I was looking for fabric. But I want to show you what I'm doing. So when I started doing the simple daily drawing, I found out what kind of paper she has, because I really love how the Copics work on the drawing, or on her paper. So I do have that paper here. It's called Cougar White. It's 160 pound cardstock, 8.5. And it's a 25 pack. It is pretty expensive, but I really like how the paper does. So yesterday I told Clint I am getting so tired of just doing this, you know, just doing prompts over and over and over. So he said just use that one. So I know, see, I'm even way off. I've been drawing every day. I just haven't been drawing in the book. So I'll still use that paper for, you know, stuff. But I really was just thinking, because it's a class with Lindsay, and I use Ohuhu Markers, and I'm not going to show, you know, this on my channel or anything, how to do it. But I was thinking, it's almost Black Friday, so she usually has sales. So as soon as she has a sale, I will let you know. But the Ohuhus, and I'll put a link to the Ohuhus down below. They're alcohol markers, and she shows you how to use them. Well, I've been using them for a year. I'm cutting this about 8.5, because I think I'm going to cut, because 8.5 one way. We'll see. But I really like this size. That actually worked out pretty well. And I thought, well, I already have the paper. There's no sense in purchasing a new journal to do my stuff on. So I thought, well, I mean, this is a lot, so I'm not going to put all these in there, obviously. But maybe half of them, 10 or 12 or 15 or something of this paper. And if I really, you know, like that, I could take that other thing and just cut off the edge. I like this size. But my main thing is I don't want to have a lot of waste of the paper. So I thought, well, it would be nice. I'm going to keep that. But yeah, I'll put the paper, the Ohuhus, which I absolutely love. I don't have them out here. They are comparable to Copics, but they're cheaper. And they now have refills, though I'm not really thrilled with the site. I haven't figured it out because it says, oh, once you spend like $69, you get free shipping. And I had like $89 on ink refills, and the shipping was 60 bucks. So I wasn't happy about that. I don't know if I need to purchase like more notebooks to $100 or, you know, $69 worth of notebooks to get the free shipping. I don't know, but I'm pretty irritated about that. So let's see what we would have to cut off. Yeah, we would have to cut off a lot. So I'm just going to cut off this edge down to 8.5. And let's do like 15 of them. I mean, they're thick. This is thick. Is that one? I think I might have even got the thicker. I got thicker. That is definitely not the same. Well, that might be a good thing because this one does bleed. And so hopefully I like it. I don't know. I was thinking that's only 25 sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4. My hands are a little bit cold. But this is like cardboard. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That leaves me about 10. So, see how thick that's going to be. And because I'm not putting any bulk in it, I think that'll be a good thickness. So, I'll definitely revisit this paper on a thinner thickness. I have 160 pound, but I'm thinking she probably uses like 80 pound. But if it doesn't bleed through, then I can have front and back. So I'll have to try this. I'll use some of my scraps to practice on. Let's cut these down to 8.5. I do have one cutter. It's buried over here, that you can just line all of them up at one time and do your cut. So we'll see how well this works. Jeez. Oh, you guys. The best laid intentions, I tell you. Oh, so I told Clint, I think it was yesterday or no, the day before. We had car trouble, if you saw that video. We think it's our transmission. Almost like $450 to have it towed because we're in Durango, which is like 45 miles from Cortez. And then I gave my sister some money, you know, for her trouble coming to pick us up. And we think it's the transmission. But I was telling my sister, okay, now we need a trip to Telluride because it's a good money maker. And the guy up there, when we did our last one, he said he's going to call us more often to come up and do locates because it's cheaper for us to go up, even if we pay, you know, several $100s. If we charge several $100s, it's cheaper for them to pay us than to cut fiber optic or something, you know, that's in the area. Because if they cut like a fiber optic, you're looking at tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. Yeah, so the very next day, which is yesterday, we got a phone call. Hey, can you come up to Telluride? So that's a blessing. So if nothing else, that should pay part of our transmission, and they're going out of town next week. I guess the whole kit and caboodle at the mechanic shop, so nobody's going to be there. So give us a chance to get that money. And it's right before Christmas, so, and all that. I don't buy a lot for Christmas. I send my dad like a gift basket and my brother a gift basket, you know, something easy from Amazon or whatever. And then usually get Clint something. One thing I'm getting him is, you know, I think I told you guys, the push pulls from Amazon to use with his saw. Speaking of saws, we are having a sale. Starts on Monday for the ink blenders. And I am pretty much putting all the pictures up so you can choose the one that you want. Pretty good sale, I think. So, if you're interested in any of those, actually everything in the store will be on sale. So, and there's some stuff I still want to put in the store that actually won't go live until Monday. Like I have some cards and some doilies and things like that, you know, that are just, I just looked and saw a big stack of cards that I need to package out and put them in the store. But I really need to spend a lot of time cleaning and par down some of this stuff out here. That's my goal for the next year or so, is figure out what I want to keep. I have a kiln, a glass kiln, you know, and I have all this glass and stuff. I never use it, mainly because you need a good electrical source, and since we have extension cords out here, I don't want to use it out here, and it gets hot. I mean, it gets up to like 1700. So I would have to do it like during the day, you know, especially if I used it out here, to keep an eye on it. Ooh, it's getting nice and warm in here, actually. Still no electric. But, you know, I'm trying to decide, do I want to keep it? Do I want to sell it? Because it's taking up space. And if I do want to sell it, how much do I want to sell it for? You know what I mean? Just kind of looking. Everything looks pretty good. That looks really good. So I think I would put this one like on the front. Just to include it in the sketchbook. She has other classes, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and make my own thing. These, which I love this idea, is she saves these and makes bookmarks out of them. And since this is the paper I like, very strong thickness, then this would be perfect for bookmarks. So, okay, very simple. But I do want to do covers for this. So let me grab some cardboard. Let me grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have these. I think they're from the back of a paper thing. They're a little bit thicker. Pretty. Oh, you guys. So I'm going to cut these down. I did find some 12 by 12, so I'm going to cut them down to about 9 by 9. Just to kind of give me a little bit of border. So let's see what we want to do there. Actually, 9. Would put 1/2 inch, but it would be less than that on the sides because it'd be 2 on the sides. So I'm going to put it 9. Let's cut it down to 9 first. Hopefully this will cut it. By like 9 1/2 maybe. Okay, cool. Let's cut it 9 1/2, and that way I'll have 1/2 all the way around. No, let's just cut it down to 9. Be just a little bit on the top and the bottom. Okay. And then let me show you. So it would be, because I'd have to that's kind of what the overlay would be. You could definitely do this with a junk journal if you wanted. Like I said, I love the Cinch. I don't use it very often because I don't think about it. But I had this plan. I have a group of girls online. It's a weight loss group years ago. And we've all remained close. I think there's like 10 of them. So I had this idea. I was going to make them all a really fun journal for the birthdays one year. And there's one of the girls is a little different. And I asked her, because she was sending out birthday stuff, and I says, oh, would you mind if I did birthdays this year? And she took offense to it. She's like, I wish somebody else would take this, but when I said, oh, I would like, to take over the birthdays, and then I said, well, I'm not going to be able to. And she says, I am so glad, because I was kind of upset that you even asked me. I'm thinking, why are you always asking? But whatever, you can't get along with everyone. So I was just like, it's best that I just don't do anything. So my other plan was to cover this with something, and I think I might, if I have enough of this. I love this, but I was going to save it for a journal. But you know what? What's the point? A junk journal. And do I know where my scissors are? No, I do not. Good question. Oh, wait. Paper scissors, but maybe I can make them work. So I'm just going to trim around about 1/2 inch or so. And we're just going to cover these with this fabric. Thought about using paper, but I saw this. Been wanting to put it in my quilt, but I knew I wanted to do a journal out of it. So what better journal than to, what I'm doing now for myself. Yeah. This was under a pile of stuff on the table. Told Clint this place is driving me crazy. We have, building materials and stuff in here. It's kind of hard to, okay, perfect. Let's cut out another one. You can totally skip this if you wanted to, but I don't want to, so let me see. Oh, that's going to work. Cool. Then I'm going to take the rest of this and put it in my quilt. Found some really cute kitty fabric today. And I was like, ooh, that's definitely going in my quilt. So I've been reading some Amish books. Haven't really been watching Hallmark yet. I know, that's a shock. But I tend to do things, and then I think, why do, I kind of tend to go overboard. That's the word I'm looking at. So probably on the inside of these, I'm going to, fold over the fabric, and then I'll probably put like maybe a piece of paper on this. So now we need to glue it. So the way that we did last time, I'm thinking of cartonnage, which is making the boxes like this. That's why I had some of this paper, and she just used plain white glue. So let me grab a paintbrush. I have this huge paintbrush. Good thing is it's water soluble, so I can wash it. I don't want to use fabric tack, though you could, because if you put it on too thick, it will seep through your fabric. So my plan is now to find something that I can put some glue in and maybe kind of water it down. So let me see what I have here. There's a little doober down there. Hold on. Here's a little doober. So I'm going to pour in some of this glue. If you had, what am I thinking? You guys know Mod Podge. You could use that, but my Mod Mod Podge is inside, and I don't feel like running in. So this is kind of thin. I don't know why. I have a little bit of water. Very little, but we're going to kind of thin it out just a little. And then I'm just using what is near me. I'm lazy today, can you tell? So I think one of the things, I'm going to go ahead and stir it up with this. I think my, I've been on this shot for a while. My blood sugars are awesome. You know, like in the normal range, which, I mean, there haven't been, you know, a lot out of, a little bit more blue in there. Makes me wonder why it's so thin. But, my blood sugars really are not out of control. They just, you know, like they never go over 200 or whatever. But they're like in the 90s when I wake up in the morning, which is good. So that's helping. I've lost a little bit of weight. But man, I think my energy level has dropped on this medicine. I think I'm on day 13, and I lost another 2 pounds, I think, this week. Still not to my lowest that I was a couple of years ago, but that's okay. Every little bit helps. And once I get, I'm just gonna put it on here like this, and hopefully it will work for me. But yeah, I think somebody had mentioned maybe going on this medicine. Can't remember now. Did you, Darcy? Was that you? I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, joined a Facebook group this weekend, or last week, about it. See what other people are experimenting, because some days I am so nauseous, but it's just like a wave of nausea on this medicine. And so I'm trying to decide, is it worth it, you know? But I'm going to do it. I still have 5 more shots. You have to give yourself a shot. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, do I want to continue after this next batch? But I think I'm going to continue. That was dumb. I really should have done that different. But because now I have glue all over. I bet somebody was telling me that too. Don't do that on your mat. Yeah, that'll work. Where's my brayer? I don't have the brayer right here. Should be more organized, huh? I'll get me some paper and put down and clean this up first before I do the next one. But yeah, so I'm trying to decide, is it going to be worth it? You know, look at that, and it's totally off. Jeez. Okay. It's all going to have glue on it, so that doesn't concern me really. But, you know, I got to have enough that I can fold over. I don't really want the glue on the front of the fabric. What a mess. What a mess, guys. Okay, that's not bad. See how it holds down. But yeah, the nausea isn't fun, but I'm just now up to the dosage where you're supposed to start losing weight, so we'll see. We'll see, and I'm not necessarily taking it just for losing weight. I'm taking it for blood sugar. Oh, you guys, story of my life. Okay, whatever. It'll dry in a minute. It's not going to be tacky anyways. What does it matter, huh? Let's see, it's almost dry. Where's my napkin? Just going to wipe it off and do the next one. Jeez. So organized, but you guys know how I am. So yeah, that is what's going on here. I have an eye appointment. It was for months. I think it was like 3 months I had to wait to get my eye appointment, which is supposed to be on Halloween. And then there was an emergency with the doctor's baby. I guess I had to go to the doctor or something Halloween morning. So they rescheduled it after a 3-month wait, which is fine, you know. But it was kind of, but that's today. So let's see if I can, I think I'll put it like this and then lift it up. That'll be fine. Okay. But it's like at 2 o'clock, so. And then she said she could have an appointment for Clint next week. But now we have to go to Telluride, and, you know, he doesn't mind waiting. I haven't had my eyes checked in forever. Plus I have diabetes, so I gotta be careful with that. Okay. Nice. I'll set that aside and try to clean this up a minute. A little bit. Oh, jeez. Anyways, that's what is going on here. Let me put my lid on here. But I'm hoping to get those contacts that you can see, you know, with. I really do not know where my brayer is. I thought I had it the other day, and I usually store it in one of these things, but I sure don't see it now. I guess you guys are going to see a big cleaning thing in the studio. So I'm just going to kind of, oh, I'm going to cut these off. Cut your corners off. It just makes it lay better. You're not going to see this part back. Get this one cut off real quick. You know, so it doesn't really matter. Just fold it over. These are the old ways of making junk journals or little art journals or whatever. This is how we used to do them a few years ago. So do paper the same way, kind of fold it over. And then like this, I had a side that wasn't quite stuck down. You can just kind of help it down a little bit. But if it's thin enough, it's not going to go through your fabric. So, like this one, yeah, I could have cut some of that off. My scissors just are not great, so I'm just going to fold it over. Good thing about being on this shot is I have no desire for food. But, you know, I still have to feed Clint. He's like, I'm starving. I'm like, what time is it? It's past supper time. Oh, okay, well, let's figure out something. So I got to figure out something that I can eat like 5 bites of. Clint's like, but you're not enjoying anything anymore. Yeah, but I think that's the whole point. You know. I mean, it's either eat and be fat, or be on this and be healthy and be thin maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. But some of the things that people have, like they're both burping sulfur flavor and stuff, and I was like, oh, I can handle that. Thank God I don't have that issue. Mainly I just have nausea, and I'm kind of like, I don't want sugar, I don't want coffee, I really don't want any food, which is not me. Okay, let's cut these. Let's try these. These might be easier. There we go. But yeah, so I kind of did like a poll in the group. I asked you guys on the channel what you guys wanted to see, and nobody really cared. So I guess I'm just going to do whatever I want to do, and if people like it, they'll watch me, and if they don't, they won't. You know, I considered doing another YouTube and maybe doing like shell creates instead of the Rambling Crafter, so I could focus on my drawing. But I do have people on here who want to learn how to draw. Kids who love to watch me draw and stuff, and I really kind of want to embrace that, and I also want to embrace portraits this next year. But I really want them to be, I want them to look like my subject, you know? It's kind of like, can you guys see what I'm doing? Sorry. My camera is plugged in, and the, I don't know what's going on. It's not the phone. I've been using my phone, but I'm using my camera. But yeah, so anyways, people don't care. So I'm going to do some plein air drawing. My next year is going to be like watercolors, drawing, maybe some landscape. Plein air is going out into nature and setting up my easel while like Clint's in the background, you know, taking pictures or whatever, because we both love to be out anyways, and typically I do love pictures, to take pictures, but you know, it'll be kind of fun to do. I got my easel anyways. It'd be kind of fun to take the easel out, and I thought, you know, that would make an interesting video as well. In fact, when we go to Telluride the next time, well, Tuesday I think, he can't meet us until 1 o'clock, so he asked us to meet him there at 1. And we are morning people. We like to get stuff done. So I told him, let's go and kind of go up in the mountains first, you know, like, and find a place where I can actually draw or paint or something in the morning instead of like in the afternoon. So that'll be kind of fun. Bring you guys along. I got me a new setup for my phone, so it's easy to record on. But yeah, I was thinking, oh man, we really could use a Telluride trip, because it would really help us pay for this transmission, which, and we don't even know for sure that it's the transmission. We just know it's, you know, messing up. So okay, so I need some kind of paper. So I was thinking this new one that I got, because I want it to look nice and, you know, thicker. So I think I'm going to look for some pink. Maybe this one is really cute, which is this one. It's not really as pink as it looks like. But let's look and see what we have. I don't really want purple. The blue and pink is pretty, but ooh, I like that one. And I could choose different ones, you know, it didn't have to be the same one. I have to keep moving everything. But I really wanted one that, you know, ooh, I like that one. I know it's purple, but what about green? I do like green too. Oh, that might not have been the one. Ooh, I really like that one. But I'm using this too because it's not the size really, and it's only one-sided for my junk journal. So let me see if I want that one for the other one as well. Ooh, I think I'll do this one on the other side. Okay. So yeah, that is, so we know these are 9. I'm just going to do them a little bit smaller than that. But I really want to, that piece right there. So let's do like 8 2/3 or 3/4 or something, just so they're a little bit smaller. So I'm going to cut right there, I think. Even though I love that, I just didn't want that much. And then, let's see if I do. I think I'm just going to do 8 3/4 or whatever. So it's just 2 lines in. So 8 1, 2, 3/4, and then so it's like 7/8, not quite 7/8. And then check it, because you guys know I am notorious for not cutting right. And it looks crooked. Nah, I guess it's fine. Okay, where's the other one? Here it is. Kind of like that. So do it correctly. That's cute, isn't it? Okay, so this is my straps. So Clint's finger is doing much better. He's starting to toughen up a little bit, so he's not having the horrible, you know, thing that he was pain. Just gonna check it again just to make sure and to see. Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Though when I am putting it in the book, I want to make sure, you know, it's the right side up. But yeah, he's feeling much better. Don't want to mess with this. I think I will, but I'm just going to kind of take it in the center. I'm just using it because I still have some. So I was thinking about using my glue stick, but since I still have glue here, I may as well use it. And then I think I'm going to set it down in the center of it and then go around with just the pure art glitter glue. And make sure the edges are all, you know, down. So about there and there. I did think about doing a Coptic stitch journal. I have used the Coptic stitch binding, but in order to do that, you need to fold your paper, which, you know, would only take it down to, it would take it less than what I wanted it to be. So, you know, if I folded the 12 or the 11 inch, it'd only be 5 inches. So it would be a really small journal. Oh, jeez. Story of my life. Sis, she has so much overtime, or pay time off, vacation time, I guess, that she took the whole week off, so she works at a really good place. She can pretty much get off, you know, whenever she wants to, so it's not great, but you know what, it's fine. That was not the best thing in the world. Okay, let's see. Is that gonna come out? You guys, how are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. It's still haven't really had any snow to speak of. Still kind of just waiting. Let's see, I don't know. I think I might use the glue stick on the other one. I don't know if the guy's going to come do our electric out here or not. Clint's going to call him and say, you know, let me know. If nothing else, we can pull another extension cord over. That's better. Just for the heater in here, the electric heater, till spring. But it just irks me when you're waiting on somebody to do something. I mean, I'd rather them say, oh no, I'm not going to make it, than, you know, just have us wait or whatever. How come you're not coming out? I mean, it wasn't... You guys, why do I always have issues out here? Going on with my glue? Is it getting old? That could be it, couldn't it? You know what? Let's just pour some here. Whoa. Why is it so thin? I don't know. Okay, there we go. I thought, well, I'll just do that. And, you know, do my edges like that. So much fun. Could be getting old. There is an expiration date on this glue. On art glitter glue, there really is. So maybe that's the whole issue. I mean, I've had this for like 3 years. I just don't want it to be all grimy. I want it to look pretty. Even though I'm probably the only one that'll see it. So, are you guys interested in seeing some drawing? I know it doesn't really matter. But, if you want to see, like, alcohol markers and stuff, I'll do more online. But, on video. And if not, I'll probably just kind of do it on my own and then show you later what I'm doing. Not perfect, but you know what? It doesn't look bad. We made it work, didn't we? So that would be the front, I think. So let's try this one. Let's put the glue on this. I mean, I may as well use the rest of this. Actually, that's what I thought about doing the whole time. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the edges. So that maybe it'll kind of, it starts getting tacky a little bit. And actually the lady who makes those boxes, she just uses Elmer's glue. So it's, you don't have to have any special glue. But you know, that's another thing I kind of put off. I was a member of her group. And I just never did it. And I was like, you know, I really want to do different things this next year. Instead of, you know, making journals, all the journals the same. And then Lynn suggested making an art journal, which is kind of what this is. I think it'd be cool to have like dictionary pages and stuff, and then do watercolor or, you know, something on top of them. I think that'd be cool too. So I might revisit that. I'm just going to slap this sucker on here and hope that it lines up somewhat correctly. No, I didn't. Let's move it over. So instead of making it, you could just purchase one online. Sis was talking about how she's making stuff this year, you know, for Christmas, which is more than fine with me. I love homemade presents, so I was like, I am not making anything. The only person I would make stuff for is her. In that 1 year, I mean, I spent like months finding things for the journal, which I understand that's not everyone's cup of tea. A junk journal. But I mean, I spent months on this journal for her and her girlfriend. And the next time, I mean, it wasn't even probably 6 months later, she's like, we don't like these, you can have it back. We'll never use it. So I took them back and decided I am not making anything else, you know. And I understand, but you know, geez, somebody makes me something, I try to really appreciate it and not kind of, oh, here, I know you spent a lot of time on this, but we do not like it, so you can have it back. So whenever she asks me, and she does quite often, will you make me a quilt? No. Think I'm not making you anything else. So I purchase her stuff, and she prefers it, so at least I figure she does, but I do not make anything anymore for her. It saves me time. It doesn't save me, well, probably does save me money actually, and aggravation, you know. Though we might do like a cookie thing, you know, her and I might get together and do like a cookie bake-in, because she does have really cool co-workers and stuff, and so that might be, you know, something fun if she wants to get together, and then I could, you know, send it to my dad. Though that's expensive too to make, because I like to make like 6 or 8 different types of treats and then mail them to my dad and them. The mailing doesn't bother me too much, you know, 20 bucks or whatever. But geez, when you're creating, cooking and stuff, that kind of gets expensive. But who knows what we'll do this year. I haven't even started. Have you guys started your Christmas shopping? I haven't either. So I am going to let this dry for just a little bit, because when you go into, you'll use your cinch. Let me show you. You go in, you'll put this, and then you'll punch holes, right? Well, when you punch the holes, if it's kind of wet, you're not going to have a clean punch. So I'm going to let it kind of dry for just a bit. Probably try to clean up this edge. That one kind of went over. And then we will come back and we'll put together our book. So I am just showing you real quick how I am just trimming up that paper edge. I have an X-Acto knife and a flat ruler. And I'm kind of cutting down, you know, just through the paper. It's pretty simple. And then hopefully we'll kind of pick it up. That one was really glued down, but the other one wasn't, and it really came out nicely. You will see this today, probably Friday. I don't think I was planning on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but kind of is just whatever nowadays, isn't it? 2 or 3 videos a week. I don't know what days. Still aiming for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But if I can't get this upload, we have a lot of problems right now with our internet. Might be Saturday before you see it. Okay. Today's video is for the class I'm taking is suitcases, and it was so cute. And I mean, as soon as I got up this morning, I wanted to draw these suitcases, and I thought this would be really cool, you know, to do with you guys. But it's a paid class, and I can't do that because I don't think it's right. Anyways, if you want to, you know, if you see something and you think, oh, I would love to know how to do that, I could maybe, you know, kind of design my own drawing and, you know, something like that, show you how I do it or whatever. But yeah, I don't want to share someone else's paid class or anything. Do not think that is right. So, okay, so I have these. These are our pages that are going in. I think it's going to be a good size book, and it's not going to be too hard for me to go through. I did grab this page, which is from my friend Kathy June. It's a 75-pound weight, and I really was thinking, you know, I would like a title page, so I'm going to go ahead. If I had my Nina cardstock, which I do use that too, with Copics, it's really good. I learned that with when I was on making cards all the time. That's actually how I first got into markers, was on cards, because I did used to design cards. Thought about revisiting that, but I'm just, ow! Cards. Ow. I'll be right back. Sorry, I picked up that thing and I ended up hitting my funny bone or whatever, and it did not feel funny. I think I'll use the blue side. I haven't used markers on this, so I'm not sure how it will go. But I am thinking that I really want to try to see if I can, you know, color on both sides of this really thick stuff. I think that would be really cool. And then that would give me like 30 pages instead. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to do the next class. This is like, I think she called it like learning learning alcohol markers with Lindsay, I think is what it is. I will put the link below. Tell her I sent you if you go over. Okay, let's try this again. So the Cinch, here's my thing. I was going to count them again. I think I had 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, which is what we have. We have 12. And you want them all up if you want them all to punch. And pressed in. Okay, they should punch. There's a bunch of cobwebs and stuff in there, but I think it'll be okay. And then we're going to kind of center it. We're going to try to center it. So, that looks pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is, now the covers, I would have to, you know, like open it a little bit more to get it centered. I'm going to try that, but since I have this scrap that's also 8 inches, 8.5 inches, I'm going to look at it before I, then you press it and you have your circles. That looks pretty good. Cool. And then you would like hang them on this thing. So it doesn't go all the way up because I don't have a long enough one. I think I have another one that's like 3 or 4. But I figured that would work fine. So I'm not going to worry about it. You can purchase these on Amazon if you have one of these machines. And I've actually seen people who, you know, take an old notebook that they've filled up and salvaged these from it, which I think is a good idea. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do. Put that right there. I'm going to let those dry. But this is going to hang here, and it's going to kind of let you. I told you guys I have some of everything, don't I? Okay, and since that's lined up pretty nicely, however, okay, that looks good. This will be the front of the book, but right now I'm doing the back of the book, so I'm going to move on to these. And then we'll put those on, and I'll show you why. I mean, you could do it either way. Pretty easy, I mean. And then just thread them on. You just have to, mainly your covers are going to go on last. And I'll show you why, but I don't think this really matters. It feels the same both sides. It's kind of nice to have this thing like hooking on it, you know. Made a recipe book a while back for my sister and for Lida. Lida said hers fell apart, but just I think it was something I got at Walmart, and I put my recipes in it for them. And I used this, but I think I only used like 3 holes, so I had to kind of really adjust it. But I've used it for several things. I was thinking I should have made my brother one, because he's always asking me about the recipes. Which if I do that, I'd have to write them all back up and everything. I think I might have had one too many on that one. Okay, come on. Oh geez. It's fun though. It's almost 9, 8:45. That hurt. Maybe I'll just do one at a time. Oh man. That's a bummer. One less. One less. I mean, I could turn it. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure it's all the way in. Doesn't really matter, but sometimes if you have something like paper that kind of gets stuck in there, you'll think it's all the way in there. Did you see what I did? I think you did. But I just kind of, I could actually just cut it like this. I don't want to though. I want it to be pretty all the way through, even though it's not perfect, but I'll cut that down and use it for something else. Okay. Actually, I could cut it down and just use it as, where's my cutter? There it is. Just a slightly smaller one, like right behind that other one. The one I did yesterday, so I could do my suitcases on this one. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, so we have that. Slightly smaller than this one. It is slightly smaller. It's like a theme. And then the blue one, so I can put my date and when I started this and all this stuff. Okay, so you're going to, this is the front, so you're going to figure out which one you want for the front and do your holes, you know, so it's correct. So I would want my holes on this side, and I need to stretch it out another, because this is 9, so another 1/2 inch or so, huh? I'll just kind of eyeball it to make sure I'm not like that. Does it look straight to me? So it wouldn't be a whole 1/2 inch, because it would, you know, you're splitting that, right? Okay, I'm going to go for it. It's pushed in all the way. Might have to stand up for this one. Oh, geez. Okay. Do it twice just to make sure. Okay, and then, since that didn't work, and I'm not too worried about the, I mean, you could put eyelets in here. I'm not going to do that. That's too much work for me. So I am going to trim that chair stuck fabric off, I think, real quick. That still looks pretty. I ate eggs and grits for breakfast this morning, but I still feel hungry. That shot wears off a little bit, you know, towards the end of the week, which is probably why I've been feeling so good for the last couple of days, because I take it on Friday. This might be a really long video, sorry guys. I know, I have people who are like, I love the hours, so if this is an hour or longer, then hopefully that's okay. I just ramble, talk about everything I want to, and hopefully get some art in. Kind of hoping though on Tuesday that there'll still be some color up in the mountains. Especially like in Rico. You guys haven't seen Rico. Okay, so this one you're putting correct. So that one is correct. And then the back one you're going to put upside down. So it would go like that, and then we're going to turn it. And I'll show you. Actually, I'm going to try it. The fabric. I can't remember which one I did first. And see if that cuts better. I don't know. Make sure it's all the way back where it needs to go. I tell you, you don't need to be a lightweight for this thing. And then sometimes it'll kind of get stuck in there. It's probably the fabric that I shouldn't have done like that. Okay. Maybe I can slide it this way. There we go. Oh, okay, some of the paper, that was what it was. Some of the paper stuck. It did do better though, I think, because it did cut some of that fabric. Just still stuck to that. Okay, so this one you're going to put upside down, right? Okay. And we're done with that part. So you're going to take this part and you're going to put it back here in this little doober. And kind of line those up so that they are kind of against that little wall, and then you're just going to press down. So I think this is a 1 inch. Or 1.5 inch. And see how it kind of closes that? I do like it to close pretty well so that my pages don't fall out. And then you're going to swing that one back, and it's going to kind of hide your little binding. So that is fun. And then this just, I think this used to be like 80 bucks or something, so it's not like a huge investment, but it's an investment. Depends on how often you use it, I suppose. So there is our journal. I'm so excited. And the reason I wanted this was so that I could have open it and kind of, because that's what I've been using, is the spiral notebooks from Simply Daily Drawing. And I really like that. So, but because of Lindsay, and I'm taking some of her courses, and then she has a whole bunch of other alcohol marker drawings. I kind of wanted them all in one place. So it was either make my own or buy another one, because I don't have like an Ohuhu junk journal or journal to write on. But I think, yeah, I think I'm going to like it. And I'm hoping that these don't bleed through. If they don't bleed through, you know, I have double the pages. So I'd have 30 pages I could do front and back on, which would be kind of fun. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. It was so fun chatting with you guys. Yeah, it's nice and warm in here. I have this little heater on that Lindsay got me last year for Christmas. And our other heater is back here. I went through and got tons of fabric. Let me show you the fabric I chose to add to my to my quilt real quick, and then we'll say bye. But I still need like 200, almost 300 more. So I found this one, which I love. That's my favorite colors. And then kitties. I found tons of kitties. So I'm hoping that, you know, when I make circles that I have really cute kitties. And then this fabric. And this one. That's cute. This one is one I used in Betty, my bestie Betty, in her journal, and I was thinking that would be a cute remembrance. Now, I think Clint got me this last year for Christmas. There's a lot there, but I think it'll be really cute. This one, I'm just doing a mismatch. Clint said he has all these squares cut out. This one I made a quilt out of. Haven't finished it, but I made it. Clint was saying, oh, I have all these squares. I'm going to sew them together and I'll probably be done before you. And I said, mine will probably be done by Christmas. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I'm really enjoying it. That's one reason I haven't been making very many videos, but I did get my new cutter, so. This one is Christmassy, but I really love the cardinals, and we have tons of it, so I thought, well, it'll work for my quilt. It's just a quilt of all, you know, all colors. And then that one, and then I thought I might make another one for Mom's bed for the guest room, even if, you know, she's not in there or whatever. Isn't that cute? I love it. So guys, love you guys, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. See you soon. Bye!